Yes. Daffy Arts Photography, Daffy Arts Podcast. Tuyingideo nga bulijjo. Nabagamba wano tetunyumya bya bufuzi, tetunyumya bya mupiira, tetunyumya bintu byonna. Just tunyumya ku kintu kimu, mikolo joka. Ate nga nabagamba 2025 tosazawo baletera ba service providers abakyasinze. Twogere ku nsonga z'emikolo. Mwe ba clients abali ngo bulaba podcast eno. Ofune kyoyigamu, olina okukyala, olina okwanjula, olina embaga. This is the right video for you to watch. Olwaleero mbaletedde one of the best decorators mumuyinza okuba temubamanyi nenze mbanoonya bemanyi abaana abalina work ne mbaleeta wano ne babannyonnyola ebibuuzo byammwe bye mubeera muyina ne mulaba nga musobola okutegeera ensonga ziboogerako n'okola omukolo nga guli successful. Olwaleero nina omukyala gwe mbaleetedde mbadde nsaba ababuuzeko era abeeyanjulire. Chanzo kulaba mama. Oli bulungi? Twasuze bulungi. Omuntu atulaba yali yagadde okumanya mwakyala ki gwe tuleese, akola ki mu events era company ki gy'akolera.
Amanya gange bampita atweta Abigail. Company yange bagiyita AHERWA Events company. Tukola emikolo, okutimba, cakes, catering, but mostly we are based into decoration mainly. Then there are bit supplements on what we do.
Okay. Wow, I'm glad to have you here. Good enough, I've worked with you and I've recommended you to a couple of clients and I'm so glad that I've never been disappointed. Waka mukoze. Naye nga omanyi most times tufuna ba clients abafuna okusoomozebwa online nga bayina ebibuuzo byabwe bayina naye nga nze omuntu sobola kuddamu buli kimu abantu bajja gamba go buli kimu gwakimanyi ne ngamba kanfuna abaddiko kanfuna aboogezi kanfune gundi ajja atunnyonnyola kati olwaleero egwaliwo nali yagadde okutugezaako tuyamba client omuyamba otya okugjayo vision ye eya decoration gy'aba yagala because tufuna obuzibu bwa client n'akugamba yagala kino nekino nenga kyakugamba gogenda tegeera kirala ate nga naye kyayagala atakimanyi. Gwe nga decorator, how best do you position yourself okulaba nga client omutegeera n'okimulaga n'okimunnyonnyola n'akitegeera nekivaayo exactly nga waakyagala. Tujasitulamu ku ddoboozi mpolampola. Toli muwombeefu maama nze nkumanyi sagala wewombeeke nnyo.
But okutegeera client ky'abayagala n'omukolera ky'abayagala because I usually tell my clients I do more of action than words because it's the best thing. Waliwo okukakasa ennyo ate nentuka wali nenkola the opposite of what I told you. Naye waliwo even this other part okwogera n'omulaga kyayagala ky'ogenda okukola osooka n'otegeera client ki kyayagala n'oyogera naye, but in that process of talking to the client you make the client your friend. You even talk a bit out of the business just to know more of the client. But bw'oyogera naye n'omufuula mukwano gwo otuuka n'omanya tastes ze z'ayagala n'omanya what type of decoration she wants that should have wished. Omuntu osanga budget ye tekwatagana n'ebyayagala naye just because oyogedde naye n'otegeera kyayagala and you'd want to make her wish come to pass. So through that we talk to them, we make them our friends and we also advise them accordingly. Okusanga kyayagala ye ng'akyali mu bikadde by'edda nenga there's something trending that is new or classy and or doing something different from others. So the more you talk to them, mainly I look at the communication. Yes. Okay. How you communicate with the client, how you deal with them, how you make them comfortable and they be able to open up.
Okay.
Naba,
to you.
Yes. Now opening up, naba able okungamba kyonna kyaba yeetaga yenga omuntu. Naba open to tell me how budget here weri. I even always advise clients, if possible, temutunulira nnyo mu kusaba quotations.
Hey.
Yes.
Do I not have quotations at decoration?
No, but I know this saba, but to it's just a trick behind it. Omuntu aze personally ne to discussing na opening up nangamba omanyi ekitufu budget yange eri around this.
Nina millions zange 10.
Yes, nina millions zange 10 na ye kino kyenjagala. Omuntu osanga kyayagala kiri even above in 20 and 30 aim and above. Naye kubanga abadde open, you start adjusting. Notandika okumugamba kati kino tusobola bwe kinene kisiganga kifanagana ne kino the differences of akatebe kali ka cream kajja kuba like this but it will still come out the same way. Just because this person you've created friendship between each other and you don't want to disappoint this person. And this is the difference between the person who has come in, hello, mpa quotation. Trust me, quotation.
Prices have to go high.
Yes, because ngenda kubaira buchimu komo. Atenga wano physically twogerezeganya. Ne tugenenga ekitufu kino kya price ene because tugenda kola bwe tobera flexible than a person of a quotation. I did them per quotation. And at the end of it, all people that come through with quotations. Agenda kwesanga oluma could against kubanga alabye quotation tategedde how maybe you would adjust.
How did that amount of money sum up?
Kuma wali ngenda kubeera kimu ku kimu buli kimu ngenda kiteekako wali. Naye wano personally, of course, the way you talk to the client is when you realize what someone wants. Because if I sit with you, Daphne, nenjogera nawe, through our discussion, that is what is called communication. Ntegera choyagala. Ntegera apart from you what you want, you even reach an extent of letting me know how the other people behind you, because we always have the third parties. So how do we play around that or making us sure fenna all the sides are fine with what we are going to do.
Okay.
Kata otuka nova friend to the client and you be what, you know what, we are going to do this, we are going to do this, we are going to play the side of the parents. Now what wakule chino chebaga na wetukwe choyagala. So mainly I think it's communication.
Communication.
Yeah, and befriending the clients.
Okay.
Then that's when you bring out what exactly they want.
But then how do you deal with clients? Nga client yakugamba kirala, then notuka ku mukolo. Nakugamba tinze abye ekitufu kiri ntinze nakugamba butebe bwa gundi bwe butyo kitegeera nenga gwe kyakugamba kye kyennyini kyolese but wali ku mukolo wennyini nyini ate ne yekyusa. How do you handle such a situation nga gwe decorator profession?
At some point we are humans tunyiga but otuka notunulia that side of being a profession, the professions and keeping the business moving. Bakansi bakikola nnyo abamu bekyusanya mostly abasinga but mostly the low budget, sorry to use that word, but that's how it is most times. Wano waba kugamba bambi nsalirako tukole bwe tukale tusoke tukozese buno obutebe just to fit in their budget. Okitegeera neno tukwalinga yabagamba birala
like abewaka.
Yes, abewaka most times oba even that
yabasudiye wakana bagamba neta
kino olumu nogenda okusanga maybe even the money maybe bazi mwana azikwesamu ebirala eno ate bagamba kirala eno bagamba kirala. But how we handle that situation, you first be calm. In all things you first be calm. No so kobaleka neba kolachi, then later you can be able to sit them down and you explain. Most times I think most of my clients know that if we meet physically, I'll write down everything chetwogerako. I always have recordings. Even though we are talking physically, I record in my phone. That's a secret, but I brought it out. Although right now they'll always know it now, but it helps because I want to be a chooser. And at the end of it all, it brings.
Now kuyambako memorizing.
Yes. I even usually don't love phone calls. I love WhatsApp because it keeps the messages and whatever you've been talking about. Okay. Then physically, I record your whatever you're saying because at the end of it all, what was situations as much as solve. Nganga to ina proof. You get it? Because we are humans and people usually change themselves at the last moment. But sometimes we come through. If I talk to you and you're like, okay, if you're around and nearby, I'll be like, you know what? You get a muzinonga wetwalitonga wadio yagala tubulete. Nenga chitufu waninga maze okulaga bali the proof wedi uno gwetwasalawo. Yes, that's what I can say about that.
Okay. And there is something that has been really bothering me a lot, and I'm so glad that it just came in my mind right now. Ebiseera ebisinga tubeera ku mikolo client nga asasula sente ze nyingi decoration alabika bulungi mukiri on point ne wansi PVC ngankadde ngekitufu ne wajimiryako edduka tenyumirako bifaananyi kati mbadde njagala omuntu atulaba ali eyo abamu tebagenda tegeera PVC osooka otunye PVC kyeki ate nekira lwaki PVC baleeta nkadde ku mikolo mwe ba decorators katoyogera ne bali abalala bataliwo tumanye.
And I think you've ever asked me that before,
Yeah.
of media.
Yeah.
But PVCs, it's the white, it's a carpet, but it's white, but it is not reusable. Although many decorators use it.
Hey!
Yes, that's why to a wrong number. It's not reusable. Anyway, to my last to be sued, other people use them for other things. It's not reusable.
Otuuka ku mukolo n'ogitunuulira nga decoration yalibadde mulungi because webeera mpya n'engeri gy'ejjayo ekintu naye n'ogituukako nga ne baba bagisimudde ate bagenda n'enkuba n'etonya ne gujja bagira nkadde ne bagisima tesobola kunyirira.
And now that's where the problem comes from. It's not reusable, although most of the decorators just bit of naffe gye twatandikira nga twakatandika nga tuzikubabuuga oli akuwa omukolo nga olinayo omulala enkya ng'ogisitula ng'ogitwala ng'okola ki, but by then twali tetunakutegeera. I know people will grow with steps from kyetuva, and when you want to keep your brand growing you learn some things. N'otegeera n'ogamba leero eno PVC nagikusizamu n'enkiteeka eri. These things come out. Okoze diko wanyumye naye wansi. Nga nawe n'okozesa camera ennungi. It's not a camera physical, even just people coming and balaba those things no simulate naye nga tekitukula it looks funny. So we had to switch to that, and we're like, you know what? Try and walkway even on quotations oba netwa toga quotation ya walkway ebera a bit high, reason being kwa PVC to zigula. We don't reuse them. Yes, because it doesn't look good and it's not clean. If you want something neat, you have to use new PVCs. Other my fellow decorators, I think we should look into this. You do good work, and I've seen it. And even another thing, ngeri gye bazikolamu jukira empya kyangu giteekako bulungi n'ogireega bulungi n'egendawo naye enkadde n'ogireega. First of all, you're risking people's lives, like when they are walking. Kuba n'oba ogireeze tesobola kubeera totally straight. Anyone like high heels for them goleba asobola oggwa. It is risky. That's number one. And number two, it doesn't bring out the work good. It will never be neat.
I know.
It will never be neat. Yes. Era, I don't know. Tetwina na jikos. Tetwina immediately buy a new PVC. Go do your work. Do good work. Because at the end of it all, wetunda. And chiyambagwe. And this is business that will not end to them. You're keeping your brand going. It will never stop. You have to sell yourself until you're done with the business, and you're like, so good work comes with neatness. So PVCs and those and what it is. So it is made out of some materials because they're not going to.
They will not understand.
Yes, but we have to use new ones. They're always in sizes, different sizes, and I think also maybe if I'm to talk about the PVCs again, bewale nnyo okugula PVC obutono.
Obutono butya.
PVCs are in sizes accordingly. That's why ku mikolo gye mutuwa okuba ekifaananyi n'ogenda okulaba nga on the sides you're seeing the boards. It doesn't look good. I don't know how you guys have tried to cover that, but it doesn't really look good. Nga embawo on sides zirabika bichi. I even get complaints whenever I have my clients and they're like, you know what, kumukobanga sagala biri ebintu birabika because abaya cheva on someone's event. So it's not. I think we should learn to buy enough PVCs, the size according to what you're going to do. They know what to do. The decorators, many sizes, when you get them sizes, they have different sizes, and clients walabako sente kuwokwe munaye toyomba kiyamba gwe ashtegero ojja kulaba nga walkway nga it's just a kutyana nga kuteddeko 1M, but that 1M is I'm buying the whole thing and I'm not going to use it again, and it's because of your network. So nekino kigenda kusaidia client wakaya nanyo nagamba naye nyina zino sente entono bichi oli agenda gamba kale tukole naye agenda kuleetera PVC enkadde just to fit in your budget. You get it? Yeah.
Wow. I'm glad that you choose them bulungi. Chamanya batula abakitegedde. Waliwo n'ekintu ekitera okumbadaringa most of the times. Very bad decorators. Ne tubeera ku mukolo ne mutuukawo ne munoonya decorator. Enkuba etonnya okusiimuulako awo. just omugole wagenda okutuukira engoye ze zigenda kubeera mbisi w'okuwenga olaba waddugala abantu badde balinnyirirawo ne bagamba bannange abadecorator abaliwo bajje batuyisizeeko wano ekituufu ebiseera ebisinga abamu si bonna neŋŋamba abamu tebabeerawo kati ne weekanga abantu bewaka bambi abamu be baze ne balongoosaawo ate nga kimanyi gwa mulimu gwa decorator okujja olongoosaawo ekintu ekyo kyogerako kinga gwe professional decorator.
Yeah, the professional decorator, and I usually talk about it with clients. I'm one person, I think I usually give people bawa options. Bawa say de baragambo, it may rain, it may not. Mostly on this open what, the outdoors wali open. And putting aside, anyway, let me talk about the side of the decoration first. For decorators, yes, where we clean, where to see murida, it is umkote gunaba kutandika. But I don't think it would look profession. The function is going on in kube tonye. Decorators they work for days. Netumala days are 4 days, 3 days, 2 days, according to the kind of the size of the event, whether it's big or small. And these guys, trust me, however much if I locate someone, I'm like, I'm going, but make sure you take care of everything. This guy is tired. Agenda kolechi, So my advice, I usually advise my clients to always have ushers, professional ushers.
Professional ushers, okay.
Because I also have the professional ushers. I usually even tell it to my clients. I'm like, you know what, do you need ushers? No. Nemgamba, you know the reason that's why I'm asking you this and this will happen. But this is someone who is supposed, because this usher is going to come smartly dressed and they will know how to cooperate with people when know how to see. But no, look at these people are putting the things aside. At times there's some things and I just let them be. These guys are tired. And you don't expect this kind of person to act professionally, like an usher. Yes, imagine you're there, you're the MC and you're talking, ononaja nechibaketi, ashtegere, takugambia excuse me, tagambia chi ajja kujja akole buchi, but trust me temugenda tusubira ffe, atokutuzanga abantu betukozesa all that time obayigiriza empisa. However much our teams are big, but there are people that we always include later on, like, hey, I have several events. Can I get more people? Where am I going to know this person's characters? But what I'm trying to say is, I wish we would acknowledge the fact that we need to have ushers at events, however small it is.
Okay, Kati, that means we're shifting it to the ushers.
Yes. Because I don't want to lie before media, and tomorrow it's my function that I'm working on, and they're like, "What me? I'm a real person. I'll tell you, trust me, I do clean. When you find me outside, I'm the boss or the word. I always get the rag and clean. But trust me, if the function is moving on, unless otherwise agenda photo shoot, why wouldn't I clean very fast? You get it. But when the function has already started going on and maybe the rain has stopped in the middle, so I would love someone professional to do that. If I'm available, I can do it because but trust me, I don't usually be there full time.
Okay.
Unless otherwise.
You mean you can't get some of the team members on your court list to be doing that?
We can, but professionally we can't. But that's what I'm saying. That's why I usually tell the client, should I put ushers? Because these people are going to be paid separately.
Okay.
Unless there are people there are some functions whereby, according to the budget, there are some functions that we usually do, and no sanga ushers a client, should I give you ushers? According to the budget, we have that package whereby, you know what? Or no,
automatically.
Yes, so the ones in charge of making sure everything is clean. You're seated. You get it. You're supposed to even allocate people according to how they're supposed to sit. But that's my simple advice, maybe, because trust me, if you sit all the decorators down, no one will say we do clean at the beginning, but I mean during the course of the function. Yes, that's when we can't intervene.
And you've said bali aba cleaning abajja kangambe ku one of your team members kangambe nene nabenda bentera okulaba ku mikolo omuntu najja mu maaso, maybe it was a good day, maybe walweketaga okutereza najja nga yambadde nga bwayagala oba ze kutereza ttaala oba ize. What kind of advice would you give to the decorators over the client nga agenda firing omuntu agenda mu decorating? Because at the end of the day noba waze kolobera ku mukolo. Nti olina okujja at least ng'olabikako mu bantu. Onajja ng'enviri ziri eno bweziti azimbye amaaso empale ezigize ayambadde short n'omutunuli anaakusobola.
They're always arrogant at the same time. This goes back still to the decorator and even the client.
Okay.
The people that you use, make sure they're always smart. Usually tell them at least smart tosala or stay behind. Yes, they have uniforms. I get them uniforms.
Never decorator wear a uniform.
Yes, they have to have uniforms, t-shirts that will show that you're part of that team. And you have to be smart because it looks weird moving around that way. But the t-shirt your company and you're looking like. You get it. So we always have these main people that we always tell, you and you, I'm going or I'm around, but you're the one taking over. So in case of anything, maybe electricity or anything has happened, these are the people that come out. We don't allocate all of them. There are always people that we usually allocate to do that. At the end, like during the course of the function, anything that you are chankalanye. Era nawe joli obomanyi ono gwenda at least ya ategere chokola attachment sina kuita abantu nga afanana bwenti. Yes, and at some point I think there are some things that are supposed to be ignored. To some point whereby like trust kale tegenda kuba abantu naye nga maybe oli oba alabye etaala ezikidde etaala limu lizikidde. But imagine the function is going on and you guys are getting the videos and omuntu asitula eddaala ayita mbantu ekitegeera agenda kutereeza etaala wagu one light that can, and you still have other lights that can still make the function go on.
So there are some things they have to ignore.
Yes. If it's not really, but if it's necessary, then you should use that people who have been allocated to do that.
Whatever they go kumukolo, client na akujjako. Because personally, even omukolo gwe twakakola recently, muza agujjukira. Decorator abuddewo obubi ne client. Like, how should decorators handle the emotional stress? Because in Bamani, kale fe tulina experience mikolo. Tumanyi engeri abagole gye batera okweyisa, ate gye takimanyi, naye ate g'okimanyi. Kati gw'osuubira nga gwe decorator olina kweyisa, kuba ate remember wadde oli decorator naawe oli muntu. How do you really handle such situations?
At least they are tricky. And it depends. I'm professional, I know how to handle clients. But not looking at that other side of suka. By the time we but most times, as we are dealing with clients, be real. However much to but be open and real.
Very first beginning.
Yes, start with something that you're going to manage to go on with. Client omusuubiza ensi neggula ate you deep down okimanyi tojja kukola ki according to her budget. Or agambye bana ngenda kuwaako and just because you're in need of that one aim and you're like, and then just go after the function over during the course of the function and they're like, it's okay. You're forgetting what you're going to go through. Me, I think I stopped that thing some good years back. Reason being ebyatukanga with clients womala okola kyoyagala munaye tebatulabawo. Tebagala kumanya okitegeera naye ng'osuzeewo balance esigadde maybe akusasula abaana biki. But how to handle that, I think, is my receipt. Era nze abamu mbatunuulira nga they are signing. My receipt has rules. Even the quotation has. Nga tolina nakutuuka kukkiriza okumpa ssente zo osooka kuyita mu quotation naye yina. Some people I brief them and I'd be like, naye receipt wagisomyeko. People don't want to read. That's the bad thing with Africans or bafena tetwagala kusoma ate netujukira okusoma ng'ebintu bikoze eki. Yes, zekyalekana na client. I make you sign. I don't even make you sign yourself because you have to sign. Ngoba omanyi signing the sente zompadde biki, but the rules under it. Your money should be cleared before it is even 2 weeks before the event. But to being understanding and flexible, I'd be like, okay, the 20%, I'll get it at the site immediately. I'm at the grounds. when I'm going to trust issues, I work half of the work. N'olaba mbu omulimu yes gutambula ate according to kye twakola ki kye twayogerako. Olunaku terulina kuziba nga sina kufuna balance wange. In a professional way, in a good way. I don't want to make calls with you. Ebyo byonna tubyogera nga wano tutandika. As we are talking, nkugamba munayinza olaba wemba nsaze okukkiriza osigaze balance. Make sure that day before that, the function, you have my balance. And we agree. And they give it to you. Of course, waberamu abasiko mugwana ogenda kusanga oyingidde n'olunaku lw'omukolo. But clients nabo, advice to the clients, let them not make us look like orphans at the end of it all. Yes, this is business. And we have, however much you've paid me to do your services, but you should also be able to appreciate me back. But how do you appreciate me back? Impactful balance. Give me my balance. I don't want to look for you. I don't want to call you. And it looks bad. Now itoja kunyumira mukolo go. Trust me, so in a balance wange. I'm not going to make a mess, but just standing there you will not enjoy your function. So always pay. No, chengeza kugamba. Like at the end of it all, this person is not also going to enjoy the function because I know. Yes, and also clients should have this communication thing. Already a week before to your function, things are getting messy. Because at times things don't go according to how we have planned them to be. But the fact you communicate, I'll be lenient, or I'll see how to handle, or I'll see what I can remove just to fit in the budget that is available now, or to be ready for anything that is coming ahead. Because we have been talking. No sirika, no kolanga, no ochimanyi sente tozina, no ndeka nezi ku ground, and the end of it all, these are the rudest people. They will be rude
to you from the beginning.
Yes, instead of being calm, no omanyi toina sente ategwa akolachi. Trust me, also no mutajaku finding out. Agana kwesanga nga yekalaka. So but at times, at some point, we have to learn how to calm down and see how to handle the situation in a professional way. This person should have someone to allocate, like ngatolumba mugole yenyini. I think no muntu gwakwadenga na ya tegera li understanding. Because mune ba third party nabo baambie, there are some who are always hard. But you come and someone is coming to you rudely. Yeah, upset over what so how do you expect me to react after you talking to me like that? So by the time I've taken some good time to keep quiet and listen to whatever you're saying to me, all I want my money. But at the end of it all, that is something I think like we should look at. They should follow the rules, make rules for your company. Yes, but in case anything gets messy, handle it in a professional way. Where chigana include.
Kambuze, just give me a scenario. Have you ever gone bare knuckle with a client? I
know, but I've never had like okuddaone. How do they call it in Uganda? Okuddaone muyomba nemukolachi. I think I've never.
Kubanga bisere bisinga nga oyogedde ba client ekituufu. Abali abasazaamu dates. Simanyi obo bakwasaganya ate natakugamba ne mutuuka mu eyo week. Remember olumu wagamba omulikolo gwali munene ogenda togenda kukwatako omulimu mulala. Embeera eyo gikwasaganya otya?
Sikudiza ze wa depositingako.
Tozimudiza.
Because it's always on the rules also. Once the day is cancelled.
Kalate waliwo bali abagamba bagala refund. Nagamba yakuwa sente ze akwa milioni ze 10 temugize ayagala refund.
No, we always, that's why at the end of it all, the law works in every business. To avoid some things, law, that's why you have to make sure people always sign your agreements or contracts to have, because anything can happen. And to some point of it, when it's understandable, like Odiakwa sentence like 10M and above, 5M and above. Because I think a little example, a small example of it, wawe yafira bawe. Ganange chiraba akozechi. Bawe afudde.
Bawe yafanga omukolo
gwali masoko. Like it was 1 month to the event. Bawe afudde. Ashtegera. To a point where by this woman didn't even want the money. Like teyabifaako bambi. But I had to refund the money. I had to talk to her, and you know what, the money is not available right now. Of course, at that moment, but it would haunt me for some good time if I don't give back the money. Now yampa grace period, and I was able to give her back the money. But that is something that when you come to the human side of it and understanding, whereby I don't need to give you back what? The money. I had to, according to the situation, to say, decorator. Atete bampadde shegeera ate bane balimba, they always have these funny lies. I don't know about the clients that you say ku bintu batulimba all the bintu is so common with them, and you're like, bane, these people use the same mother, like very so weird. They use the same statements. Nosanga olinga yafunya another person, maybe photograph omulala oba decorator omulala ate bwakugamba mboki omukolo twagusazizaamu batuwe sente zaffe batuddize sente zaffe natamanya you cancel when you book a date. I'm not accepting any other event okitegeera. So when we tell people to book, I think that was what twagala oba sente zikweza, that it is to confirm your date and start preparing for your date. The money you give me, I've started planning for what I'm going to do with your function. I take away from nowhere, no very no gamba, just because oyina third party yakugambye otajja kukola ki
tekijja kuggwa
tekijja kuggwa
babitugamba
tekijja kuggwa biki ate natamanya like, and there's a way at some point godly side of it, you always feel that thing of like, oh no, yafunyeyo omuntu omulala akola ki. So if you're ready to go and get other people, go get money, go look for money and pay them also. Nze oba onenonedde obudde. And as to some kind of percentage, or that need to give you to refund the money, it has to be a reasonable reason. Like it has to be something so reasonable for me to refund the money, but we don't usually do. But to avoid that, as other companies of decoration or any other service provider, have a contract.
Have a contract.
Yes. Or under the receipts always have those rules. We don't refund. Or in case you've cancelled the function, we give you, but if this person paid 100%, tujja kudeserve na 20%.
Echichi?
Yeah, tujja kuwayo ntono. Gweracho bogenda. And people are funny. Whenever these people who do these things, where they are going to disappoint them. A woman called me at last moment, and she's calling me to come through.
So konde kungaira akwadde omukolo?
Yes, yali ampadde omukolo. Nali posingako ne 1M. She's from those ends of Mukono, chemanya chimanyi. Nanga yampa omukolo. Nakola chikati her reasons were like senga bichi ngamba it's okay. Kwezo ewasenga gwakuwadde nanga asenga made free diko. Nakitegeera. Ayimba bichi. Nemgamba it's okay. Nemgamba katwadde tusabayo kala otwayo 500. Nemgamba ezo 500 zolaba. Nakozesa amafuta gange okujjanda beki
site.
Nemgamba kati endala ezo zolaba ezenda nazo zibaddeawo nga zikola kibira. Nemgamba anyway, I don't need even to explain a lot. I can't refund this money. Nga singa kibadde kizibu ekitegerekeka ekirala nandibadde bw'oba baagala nnyo zino sente, let them bring the balance tukola omukolo. Now since they are able to be ngagambye agenda ku offering, it's okay. Manya mukati okoze loss nesimbubi. Of course we had to end the work, but I didn't refund the money. And later on at the function, that function was the day before. Ngaleero, I think oli yali agala mufiriza. This person didn't come through. She didn't even like appear physically. Ochimenya okutuka nga omukazi ono yajja ku office n'akaaba nga sina kyamuko nga talina naye sente now sente zimwendeko koze eri amanye eri offer. Akaaba nzije ngende ntimbe. Nga wempulira ennaku at the same time, but I have nothing to do for this person. Nomukolo already nze n'olunaku kati mba nalujja mudda mu biki because you officially came through ne tucancelling olunaku. Okitegeera. This person didn't appear, bamukubira amasimu takwata kyokka senga.
Like yali senga w'omugole yennyini ng'agenda okufuluma amulonera omusajja.
Yeah, simanyi bwe yali agenda omufuna naye nga
oba yali ali related ng'amanyi senga wange.
Yes, naye nga bw'akola diko bana bakola diko abakolanga diko weddeeyo. Kati bwe yakwata esimu n'agamba maybe kyensobola obbawaako wano kuba maybe mumpeeyo obukadde bubiri ndabe ng'ejja transporting ebintu.
Kyeyabagamba?
Nga later on ng'amaze okukwata amasimu gabo nga osawa 5 z'ekiro. But to transport agamba 2M. Naye nga naye abeera mukono omukolo gye guli. Ekitegeera.
Kyokka ate nga
I don't know what was the problem, but that's what happens. People shouldn't run into cheap offers. So you're not ready, no, so look for money and do the right thing. Avoid offers. People have got disappointments through offers. Yes, babawa.
Alabanga agamba abyansedde ono laba.
Gamba waliwo ne bana bawusanga nagamba manyi gwe jangu nadiko obutebe bagenda kumpa tenti waliwo okukyala yansubiza kino. Otuuka ku last moment the things are not available. If they are available they are really old.
Yes.
Someone is going to come and think this is me who has offered this. And I'm like, never mwaganye ebintu bya laisi. Ebyokuba like mwaganye ebintu byoku mwaganye offers okusinga. Yes.
Kati oli wajja abalooza gwe yaleese obutebe obukadde.
Obagamba okutula. I remember the event we twatula. I think we had gone good enough we had gone 2 days before the event. But you know sitting there I didn't tell you. For holding like nga tubuzayo nako twakolera ebintu ku pressure like it was so pissing. Omugole ali mukukaaba ate anko yasuubiza
the whole day like omusana ne gujja nga abantu bali mbutebe bato otawo tebali wa plastic just embuzi zabo buuza ese kambuzi zabo
era bwali
kubanga kati wembala mu text ate nga kwajja yasuubiza
jukira buli kimu there is nothing that can work like nemtandika I had to even just explain nengamba manyi boards wetu zikuba zikoma wano tenti wetu nadizimba kikola bwekiti nengamba manyi tutandika okukola tenti wenejira
tutekawo tutuza obutuza.
Yes, we had to leave out the truss. We have to live like we had to do things like natuka mugole nemugamba manyi tugenda okukola tenti webateze tutuza okukola open what function nga tenti yoka yebulako
nkuba teyatonnya.
No, lucky enough it came through the tent. Naye obudde bwaffe naffe we were affected by that.
The tent came through later.
So and balina okwewala ebintu bya offers ebyo like birungi but at some point at a big point of it like obera ku bunkenke okyonye n'omuntu wa offering ekintu you don't feel like you want to say bane aunt diko nanjagadde kabale ebere bwe because ajukwadde nga offer katogenda kufuna how are you going to be so free to tell this person that I want my thing to look like this ashtegera so munanye sente musasule babakwere bye mwagala ebirungi at the end of it all
bawulidde bakama baffe
bane badoje sente basasule like it's better to pay someone than okwegayira omuntu ku lunaku it's really bad and not good.
Kati nesha kinjagala obuuza baklant bano tubayamba tutya because tulokola quotation tubayamba batya okubudgetinga okola budget kubanga agenda kujja ngekiti ofune budget y'omukolera $5,000,000 so ka decoration agala $3,300,000
ngalo tente azirekedde ki mmere
webale nnyo n'omugamba tutuule wansi tu budgeting empola mpola tubitemeteme. How do you advise those clients?
One, these clients before even they think about getting a date of their function, they should first go through service providers.
Basoke babayitemu gundi okolera sente mmeka
bamanyi amasoka manyi kyayagala yenga omuntu. I want this kind of decor. How much would it cost? Ashtegera emere eyina okubeera bwet. How much does this cost? Then compare the prices. Then when you're talking, even be open balimba nnyo. That's the problem. Nosanga basusene prices just because I told mumagala kakasanye no kitegeera, but be open with the service providers. Tell them what you have. At times even I advise people to, if possible, I would even use event planners. It helps them to plan for their functions very well.
Kadde mwako baonyao
they should use event planners. Yes, they should use event planners. They will help them to plan for their events. I think Duffy, he has been doing it, but I think officially you've brought it out.
Yes. And
according to some of the events he has done, I would testify because I was part of maybe the team that has ever worked with him. It's either how it changu yobulamu ogenda kuyira client nga gamba nali nyine no budget nice money I can get something out of this budget nga ntidde n'okutya nga bantiisiza nego n'omulaga mbu kiri possible naye kasita kkiriza the money that you have. Stop looking at other people's pockets. Ekiri ku ba clients planning omukolo mulamba naye nga atunulidde ensawo z'abantu
ono ajja kumpayo akakaddo nampe gundi ajja kuŋŋanya $3,000,000 mu bantu kwasaganya omukolo.
Look at the kind of budget you have. Tunula budget yomanye nawe zoyinamu. If it's a budget of like 50M, have the 30. Ashegera have that 30 ezigendo so that newe kigana ne at least ogenzo ojawo ebisinga nebo no leto omukolo yagala okukola omukolo naye abantu bakolera omukolo then that's going to be in your marriage. Sorry for being like that, but for saying that naye at the end of it all people should be
I wanna have this.
No, people disappoint, and that's how disappointments come through. No, people have to be like, by no many people disappoint, and it's not their problem to disappoint you at the end of it all. But because you have a strategy, and when you're talking to your client, be flexible, be open to your service provider. Sorry, be open or event planner, and avoid temanyi bantu bemutambula nabo babe basinga n'obutabagaliza. Oshitegeera. But if a third party mukama ansonyo ne bantama. I usually prefer having a client coming ngaye.
Third party.
No, it's okay for them to come through. But these clients, when you become their friends and you get to know what they want, I don't want to chayagala. There are times that decorated just to please the what?
The
third party. And at the end of it, all things are messing up. Because third party yagala color green, wakugamba neka green kanyuma bichi na go deep down you know what you want. But they always have, I don't know why most of the Bagoles on their days they always have this fear to let out totally what they want. They start following what other people want, which is not good. So that's the advantage of having an event planner. Ye ajja kubitu ajja gamba mkwano chicho yagala ngagwe. And as you're speaking to the client, through that I get to know what the client wants. As I'm discussing with her, nebu nebyatangambye.
No man so mukolera wetine wetu.
Kagamba I'm doing a demo for the client, nendika ko setup isinga mpavu. No gendo kulaba ngaga even it's nice. Nengola the nice jagamba she's not really what. Then ochusa noteka ko kana akampya tena no laba excitement jafunye oshegera.
No man kati wanomba mwenye.
Wano jayagala. Nenga tachugambe kino kyenkola che kyenjaga kugamba okay at the end of it all some of them are like kola go chona echina nyuma. But already otege you're getting to that like get in touch with the client, get to know like what they want, make them feel comfortable. And these clients who always have this kind of pressure, assure them how you're understanding what they are going through. A better help come through for them, like resources, what. Just be flexible with them and things will go good. All clients wanabeera ne pressure ne bagituteekako naffe ne bagisooka bagiteeka ku buli omu and anger issues and emotional stuff okitegeera. But if the communication is good and you also know how to handle these clients
changu. My last question, one of my last questions njagala okubuuza mu service industry na gye tulimu ey'emikolo lwaki ba decorators beba kyasinze okubeera ne high rate ya disappointment eri ba clients lwaki muntu yakusasula okoze birala biki why lwaki
one professional like banji kati baze mu diko
abantu abasinga
baze mu diko they're not looking at the side of client muwaddechi bo balaba kufuna sente. There's some clients even who want to join because just because nalaba sente ze yakuwadde nagamba neno kirabika waliyo sente kanombe najja nakiyingiramu okitegeera
na passion.
Yes, because if you have passion for something at times okola omukolo nga totunulidde na sente ze bakuwadde naye ng'oyagala kusanyusa n'omuntu and you want the thing to come out perfectly naye woofuna ate ono a considering a sente bano bogenda okusanga sente zonna zadde afuna zikozesa bye function egenda kutuuka some people are not even available, they are hiding. Money is good but money is bad at the same time, like chintu chikemu. And some people, if you don't learn how to control yourself with money and you get excited with money, that's how you end up disappointing a lot of people because of money. Golaba sente no chamuka no tanikirawo plan izo
nga tolitadde mwande ya mukolo
kati mukolo ogenda kutuuka nga sente teziriiwo ne beekweka ogenda kuwulira bamukutte oba taliwo this person does not appear
gamba bambagamba mbu yeddeeti yajjerabe dabe badana function like that munze date nadde sijijjukira nenga bamusasula dda sente.
I think I've done called 2 emergency functions before. I think anene no gamba bannaye like they look for money and they're like work for us on a client on a decorator yakoze
to disappoint
nata appearing totally And I don't know how these people even survive wherever they are, like disappointing someone on their day. Or not agenda kuddamu.
Actually, no, kizaako in the human side, olabanga akobuntu, olabanga tekivaayo.
Yeah, but I think the one thing to avoid this, people should stop the thing of being excited with money, however much we love money. Let's look at the side of how do I keep this money coming through. Than looking at something that you're going to cook in Changatozina. Because trust me, this is the time when people but look at the side of how do I maintain this money coming through. This goes to even the business owners. Like, don't overlook at the side of sentences and look at how are you going to maintain this money in the business.
Yeah, true.
The moment you have that on your mind, you're going to work for these clients that over disappointing I think or even more recommendations from different businesses coming in because you're genuine, you're faithful, you're trustworthy. To a point whereby someone was like, hey, Abby, you're young. How are you in this business? How have you kept it going? One, it's because you're being trustworthy. I've never, if someone, no matter so but I've never disappointed a client. Okay. Of course, what I'm disappointments, but I mean, like, not coming through.
Not a jira kodala kumuko.
Waliwo n'okujja naye totally bambi ku 100% kye bakusaba. When abaana 20% togituukiriza, but at least make sure 80% is available. That 20% also yes, we are human, things happen, but 80%. 80 ndoza nkyali wansi 90%. Daka 10 at least mulabe ngeje mukikwasaganyamu, but it's very bad to disappoint someone on their last day. On their function, or that they will never have again. And not only that, even other business wise, like don't overlook at the side of money, however much we are looking for money, but look at the side of maintaining that money. When you have that on your mind, trust me, you're not going to disappoint people. You're going to be like, ono kamukolere kankole bulungi kubanga wenkola wano bulungi ngenda kufuna ba clients abalala. Yes. Okay. But people are so excited of money, they end up disappointing people. Afuna sente awo bamukubye kibiru kya meka akubye bill ya meka neitamu nabulawo neyagala
tagala kumanya.
Trust me, that person will never even remember. Kitufu beera be that date. Reason being yatunulira nnyo sente natafayo nakumanya
omukolo guno ngenda gujjayo
tebagwaddi
guberenga gu reflecting sente ze bampadde
bana mukubya nazo kajjukira mbu omukolo guje guli. But anyway, I don't know how people survive with that, but it's funny.
My last question would be njagala ompe kuwasika scenario zoyisemu nga decorator nga zibairi ba client abagole baffe n'ogamba eno scenario bali batuli kubanga ebiseera ebisinga ba decorators basula bubi bakola bukyabala bagala balira mu byalo mpayo scenario emu oba bbiri.
Anyway, because with time I've learned how to handle clients. But most of it is balance. Balance, getting back the balance. One communication from the clients chayagala no sanga mayogera ku chenyi choino more natuka wali ne yechusa. But the worst is someone letting you or nogenda ku mukolo ne mukiziganya buchunga we chigendo okola ngawe chigendo okuba. Notuka ku site nga byagamba it's totally the opposite.
Nga yakola gamba yagala bidala.
Gamba yenga taliwo na physically. Nga gambye mbu bichi ogenda kusanga yo tents bichi gwegenda ne diko nga bewaka yabagamba tents ziri kugwe bichi omukolo gulu choka omukolo guli wala. Bo balaba sente zosabye nnyingi. Bika antu omukyalo balaba ezo nnyingi. Now, I think all that goes back to communication and even people they use. And why no kwesa abantu abesigwa mu bintu bye bakola. Oli ne yesiga matron. Of course, I'm not telling people not to trust their matrons and what, but people have got issues out of that. Physically, go jango organic service providers and make sure even the days towards the function, organic service provider will confirming exactly everything that is supposed to be available. At the end of it all, I think it's communication. I've not really had so much worse because weather nosanga enkuba etonye ebintu ne byonooneka bubi, and I've ever got a client who's not understanding. Enkuba etonye nga ne tents olina mu maziga okoze loss of over millions, your tents are spoiled, amaglasi gatise, emeza zatise, ne client ali mu kuyombesa. Sinakugamba Abby, what should we do? Naye ali mu kuyombesa. Bali bakwembesezako to an extent n'omutumya boti nga tomayina byayomba bitobisi like you wawunze dda.
You've made a lot of
Remember these things, some of them ogenda bisasula si bibyo. Naye yali as if gwatonyeseza enkuba. Kati ye obusungu oba stress oba how do they call it? The emotional thing like nga ali hurt and what atena kwata obusungu nakola ki? Nabukuteekako. Olenze essaawa ez'amagezi nange gambula. Because yampa budde bwa kulowooza. What should I do next? Just later on nga ogamba n'okuba esimu n'ogamba munete palasos mukole ki. Remember all that you're doing. Ogenda kuteeka mu sente ezo. Because this client already engeri gya actingzemu. Don't expect to get money from them. Then people should learn like even how to be. At the end of it all, we are also humans. Doing business, then people should know that we are humans, and they should be understand. They should be considerate.
So they should be kind as well as we should be kind to them. Kufona.
Because if you're not kind with me, it's time also.
All right. Yes, nga tumaliriza, I really appreciate okubanga omukyala Abby owa AHERWA Events atuwadde opportunity okulaba nga ajja kwano podcast yafe atunyonyolemu ku bya decoration. Kyamanyi ng'oli ng'ogenda kola omukolo olina kyoyize munewe kiba kimu bwe kiti kyetwetaaga okubanga gw'olina kyoyize munewe kiba kitono bwe kiti kyemanyi onaagenda okutuuka okola decoration, you know you can look for her. Her number is down on the screen. You can look for her asobola okukola decoration kubeeyi ensaamusaamu. Yes, nga we nsiba mbagamba era nga we mbeera mbagamba era nga mbakuutira bannange mwetegekere emikolo gyammwe, emikolo gisabole okuba nga gitambula bulungi. Abby, akagamba akasembayo eri abantu abakulaba era n'abagole kadi bayisikosobola obbawo akasembayo tulabe nga tuggalawo.
Thanks for watching. Webala okutulaba. Abagole bakutiriza, make sure that you get event planners for your events. Mostly okumakinga sure emikolo gyamwe gitambula bulungi kyensobola obbagamba, because with event planners buli kimu kiba kitambula bulungi. Abakuyambako gwonna obutabeera na stress. And don't overtrust the third parties you always move with. Tebabaagaliza abasinga. At the end of it all, thank you for supporting AHERWA Events. Thank you for
AHERWA Events is located where?
Equatorial Mall, level 3, room 382. That's where we are located. You can always make calls when you're coming through for appointments, and we shall be ready to receive you.
But what number SM?
A number is 078 43 42 589. Thank you.
Ababeera bakutuuseeko. Yes, kati nga bulijjo Duffy Arts Photography, Duffy Arts Podcast, Duffy Events, you know how we do it every day. Forever sweetest born the lens. Mo's on the camera as usual. Peace and love. We'll meet next time. Yeah, man.